All right, so today we're going to be talking about our physical health. Here on Elevated State, we want to talk about all aspects of elevating. So we talk about, financial, spiritual, mental, but we have to talk about physical. So here we are talking about our journey to fitness. All right, Jay.
I've been needing a second to get my thoughts together. Yeah, so journey to fitness is very important, and everybody has different paths, different things that works for them, that do not work for them, and different reasons and motivations around what their journey to fitness is. It could be for health reasons. It could be just for because you want to feel better about yourself, look better in certain clothes. Some people do it, because they want to get into this dress for an event.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think that whatever the reason that we do start any type of journey to be physically fit or journey to health, it should always be with the core reason of having a healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. So speaking of a healthier lifestyle, I kind of want to go into myself actually with my weight. My weight has been going up and down for like the last probably like 2 or 3 years for health reasons. It's been going up and down. Certain medications that I have to take is causing me to gain more weight, and it's just not okay with me. And then I've noticed with myself, I will lose this weight like really quickly and then put it back on. Like I'll lose weight for like a vacation or something and then put it right back on because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to my vacation. Then I eat on vacation, then come back and eat and all this extra stuff. And then, stressing and because of my weight and just not being comfortable with myself, with my weight.
That's so surprising though, because you're like a very confident person.
I play very confident. I would say that typically I am very confident, but there are times where if I get to a certain way, I'm like, yeah, I'm not comfortable. I'm not confident. If I'm asking people how do I look in this? Do you think this look okay? That's when I know okay, you're not comfortable anymore. You're not confident in what you used to. Because most of the time I just put on an outfit. I don't ask nobody. I just put on something and be like, oh, you don't think it's cute? I think it's cute, so I'm going to walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You can just follow along or you can go about your business. But I still think I'm cute, so I'm going to go about my business. But there are times where I've gotten to a point where I'm uncomfortable and I'll ask people around me, okay, does this look okay? I'm finding myself covering up more and things of that nature, and I'm really uncomfortable. And when I get to that point, I'm like, okay, you need to switch something up. You need to do a whole new, diet, eating healthy, and just change it up. But I catch myself doing that a lot.
I think I was like that too. So now I'm in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to be super skinny, I used to be so uncomfortable to really show anything or whatever, because I'm I don't got nothing to show. Then I started gaining all this weight, and so I'm okay, I got curves and stuff or whatever. So then I started showing it more. Then I started gaining even more weight, and now I'm so I experienced that too, where I'm I still want to be comfortable because I really like clothes and fashion, but I hate how I look in certain things. Just coming to the point where you're oh, but I don't like how I look in this. And so I refuse to get rid of any of my clothes because I'm oh, I'm going to get back to that weight. So I think, and people will say the same thing about me. They'll assume that I'm this confident person.
You seem very, very confident in yourself.
Not really. I be in the mirror in the bathroom, pump, you got this.
Yep, I do the same thing. Look, you look good. Don't let nobody tell you different.
And so anybody that you, when you look at somebody and you think that oh, this person got it all together, they're so confident, they're probably really not.
Exactly.
Another quick story, really quick. So back in my modeling days, and I remember I was doing this Miller Lite, and it was so intimidating. I went in there and it was all these girls. And they were so pretty. So women size other women up, especially if it's anything competitive or whatever. So I'm oh, they're not gonna pick me. Oh, she's so pretty. Look at her skin, look at her clothes, look at her hair, look at her shape, all this stuff or whatever. And I'm just doubting myself. So this is my turn. I go up. I'm giving my little spiel about, whatever. And so after the fact, when they was telling us who they wanted to do what promo and who they wanted to select to do their campaign for the year. the one girl that I thought was like just so amazing and so beautiful, we got to talking, and she was like, when you came in, I was like, man, like I'm probably not gonna get it. They probably gonna pick her. And I was like, when you came in, I was like, man. So like everybody has a little bit of that. So at the end of the day, like we laughed it off, like, well, we should have been like that with ourselves. Like we got this. So you gotta be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah. And I think you have to be your biggest cheerleader, and you have to, I say for me, I have to be comfortable whatever size I'm at so I can enjoy the journey of getting healthy. I don't want to do it just for a vacation. I don't want to do it just because, like, oh, I just want to, drop some weight so I can get into this one outfit. I can take some bomb-ass pictures and so on and so forth. I want to do it so it's a lifestyle for me. I want to create a lifestyle. I don't want to do it just to be doing it in that moment. And that's something I've caught myself doing a lot. Like, oh, I'm about to drop down for this vacation. I'm about to drop down for this, these pictures. My birthday coming up. Watch me drop down 20, 30 pounds and drop these bomb pictures. And then right after that, be like, hey, Wade's like, hello, how you doing? He was eating. Wade just popped right back up. So I've learned now that it's a journey, and it has to be a lifestyle. It's just not in that I can't moment. Do exactly that moment.
Yeah, if you do it in that moment, it's going to be hard to sustain, I think. Mm-hmm. When you look at like your weight loss journey, what is the most challenging part? The working out or the food?
See, my thing is, if I'm really good at the food, I'm horrible with working out. Mm-hmm. And if I'm really good at working out, I'm horrible with the food. I never can get a balance.
Right.
That's my problem. Like, then I'm like, oh, I'll do a cleanse like 2 more days or 3 more days. I'm going to cook this tomorrow, so I might as well just wait it off for another day, and then I just continue to mess up. As I'm working out, I actually enjoy working out now. I just had to find out what I really liked. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm in cycling, I actually enjoy cycling, especially with it being like a 30-minute class. It's like so much fun and so quickly, and I'm burning so many calories in that 30 minutes. So it's like, oh, I enjoy this. Like now I'm actually working out and I actually enjoy it. But I would say food is probably my hardest thing, because it's like, if I do a cheat day, that cheat day turns into multiple days. As for me to be heavier set, you'll be surprised what I can do in the gym. Don't be knocking the big girls in the gym, because I can lift, I can run, I can outrun a lot of people, surprisingly. But what is your hardest part?
My hardest part is everything. The food and the working out. Because I could get up. Matter of fact, like this morning, like I would get up and be like, yep, I'm about to go work out. I'm about to hit it. Mm-hmm. All it takes is for one person to call my phone. Or somebody be like, hey, like, do you want to do this and that? Yep. Instead of me being like, no, because I have to focus. I need to work out. What we doing? It's like, I use it as an excuse. Not like, well, I couldn't work out today because such and such wanted me to go do this. And it's like, well, really, I could have been like, well, let me go work out first. And then we'll get to that. And then the same thing with like food. Then my issue is, I be blaming other people also, right? So my thing with food is I like to snack. So I am a big snacker, and I try to like calm that down. I like sweet. But I blame other people for food because I'm not a big on like eating and I have to go to food. Yeah. But everybody, my friends that I hang around be liking to eat. Mm-hmm. And see, my thing is like, I'm the one that'll be like, no, I'm not hungry. But then if somebody else have food, I want some of their food.
That's what I was just about to say. Anytime we're on vacation, you do that a lot. Yeah. Like where she will order food, or she'll be like, no, I don't think I'm hungry. But then like if somebody gets something, she'll be like, let me get some of that. Yeah. That's like Shay. She does that with everybody.
So if everybody else stop eating. Yeah. Then I can stop eating. I see that. So I will snack. As far as like what works for me, I'll just share this for anyone who like wants to try it or to see what it's about. So what has been working for me is the MyFitnessPal app. So the thing that I like about MyFitnessPal is, like I said, I'm not really big on dieting, so I can't do like specific type of weight loss programs where you only can eat this or you only can eat that. Like that has never been successful for me. What I like about MyFitnessPal is is basically you download the app. They have the free version, and then they have the paid version, which is like $19.99. I mean, sorry, either $19.99 or $9.99 a year. So it's really cheap.
Oh, okay.
What I like about it is it tracks your calories. And I know a lot of times people get intimidated where they hear like, oh, calorie tracker or whatever. Like, oh, I got to do this and count that. The thing that I like about MyFitnessPal is that so many people have used this app, and whoever created MyFitnessPal, and it's not just the app, you can do it, it's a website, so you can do it online too. Whoever created it, they downloaded so much food, like all types of foods from all type of restaurants, all type of foods from like all type of like homemade recipes and stuff like that with the calories built in. So the likeliness that you have to really take any time to kind of like really figure out how much this calorie is or that calorie is, it's probably not going to take you that much time. Because if you input anything in there, it's probably going to pop up. Now it'll give you maybe like 5 or 6 different options. You can what I do is kind of pick like, okay, what's the most similar to what I actually cooked at home? Because if it's a restaurant, it's easy because you can get the calories from the restaurant menu, or you type in the restaurant, it's going to give you all of the food. But at home, I think that's what people get a little bit like skeptical, like, well, how do I track this? You type in like any meal that you make. If you put like fried chicken, green beans, you type that in, it's going to come up. And like I said, I always pick the calories that shows the most. So even if mine's may be less than that, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the one that show the most, because it's kind of like an estimate thing. You're really not sure, but it's gonna be pretty close. Like a fried chicken breast, it's gonna be the same, unless somebody throwing a whole bunch of back lard or something in there, but you know. So and then what it does throughout the day is that it will tell you like how many calories you have left, and you pick what your calorie intake, what you want that to be, based off what your weight loss goal is. So what it'll do is it'll ask you like, okay, what's your current weight? You do your current weight, and then it'll ask you what's your desired weight, and then it'll ask you like what's your activity level, and then based off of that, it'll tell you like, okay, well, if your desired weight is this, it's going to take you maybe like 3 months to get to that. In order to get to that, you have to only intake so many calories a day, because again, weight loss is mathematics. You have to output more than you intake. So then I do that, but then you can also fluctuate it. So say if it tells me like, okay, you need 1,500, no more than 1,500 calories a day to burn, 1 pound a week, lose 1 pound a week or whatever, 2 pounds a week. I don't recommend, and most anybody with weight loss never recommends if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week anyways. But then I can go from there and say, okay, I don't want to do 1,500, I want to do like 1,200. Or if I want to be really aggressive, like right now I have it on 1,000, I want to do 1,000 for like a week or two just to see if I can stick with it. Because if I can stick with 1,000, I know 1,200 will be a piece of cake. And so then like today, like I know right now I have 590 calories left because I've inputted my calories. And when I say that it's very simple, like you can take anything that has a barcode on it, you hold your phone up, you scan the barcode, it's going to pop up and tell you how many calories, and you hit select, like, yes, this is what I just ate. So now I know I have 590 calories. Again, what I like about it is I can't do diets. You can only eat meat. You can't eat carbs. You can't eat dairy. That doesn't work for me. So now with me knowing I have 590 calories left, yes, I'm still going to be cautious about what I eat. That don't mean that I go and eat a big old 2 bags of Doritos, because that's not going to be 590 calories. But what that does tell me, if I do want to eat a bag of Doritos, I still have that option in my calorie count. Or like I said, if I'm like, man, I'm really craving some fast food, I want a really nice burger, I know like, okay, this burger is 400 calories. Okay, you can go eat that burger, but you only got 190 calories left. Then the last component of MyFitnessPal that I like is there's an exercise portion to it too. So it's tons of exercises already loaded in there. So usually if you select the exercise and select how long you did the exercise based off of your weight and height and age information that's already in there, it'll calculate your calories.
Oh, okay.
So then what that'll do for you is like, so say if I'm like, okay, I walked for 30 minutes, and it'll calculate your calories and say, okay, so that walk for 30 minutes, you've burned, maybe it's 200 calories. So what it'll do is it'll add those calories back into your food. So now, because instead of me having 590 calories, I have 790 if I choose to do that. Or I can just keep it keep it along, like, no, I want to just remember this 590 because I know that now I'm even going to be more deficient because I burnt additional 200. So it does all the math for you. It really just helps me stay on track with, can't eat that. And it's just simple. Like, like in your head, only got 200 calories left. I know I can't have that candy bar right there. So that is what has worked for me in the past when I've lost a ton of weight. I just started that back, yesterday. So I didn't realize I was paying for the app. Yeah. So I would encourage anybody, if you're like me and you're like, I really can't do these different diets where it's telling me what to eat and what I can eat, try the MyFitnessPal app. Like, it's so simple. It's not one of those intimidating calorie counting things. So what about you? I know you mentioned that what's it called? Intermittent fasting works for you, and I know a lot of people struggle with that. So what's your tips and stuff with intermittent fasting that can make it successful and less intimidating?
For me, I always think mind over matter. So if I can't fast from it, I'm a slave to it. So that's more of a mental thing, I guess. That's how I've always gone through with intermittent fasting. It's like, if I can't go 12 hours without eating, that's a problem.
It's like that. So you're saying like it's an addiction?
Yeah, it's an addiction. Like, you're addicted to food. And I don't think people really even take that into accountability. Like, we're addicted to food in a sense, like, you can't go without fast food for this long. You're addicted to it.
Or like something people that gotta have that Coke.
Yeah.
I gotta have
my coffee.
I gotta have my Pepsi.
You're addicted to it. It's sugar in it. You can be addicted to sugar just like you could be addicted to any other drug. So you have to be mindful of that. So for me, I always think mind over matter. If I can't survive these 16 hours without eating, that's a problem. Because people, in the past, our ancestors have gone 3-4 days without eating any food. It's normal. It was normal actually in the past to go 3 days without eating and without drinking water for 3 days. It was like a fast for 3 days, and then you'll go back to your normal eating. That's what breakfast is called. It's called break fast. Think about it. You're breaking your fast. That's why it's called breakfast. You're breaking a fast. So that's why I always think of that too. Like, okay, if I go ahead and eat this, I'm breaking my fast of eating. I can survive 16 hours. Like, it's not that deep. 8 hours, I'm already sleeping. So then, like, that other 8 hours, I can just be roaming around the house. But if that doesn't work for you thinking that way, I would consider apple cider vinegar pills or apple cider vinegar, just taking like an apple vinegar shot. I know some people don't like taking a shot or drinking it in water or whatever.
Oh my God,
it's very strong.
You can take them straight?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or it's like once you get used to it, like you're like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. So now I actually do like the apple cider vinegar pills, and it kind of does the same thing that does, kind of craves your hunger. So if you are hungry, like as soon as you wake up, you can have one. Also, with intermediate fasting, you can't have 50 calories within that time frame. You don't have to like really go a whole 16 hours without eating. You can eat something small that's under 50 calories.
You said that anything that's under 50 calories does not break the fasting cycle within your body.
Yes. So you can have something within, as long as it's under 50 calories.
That's like what? A cracker? I mean,
something small,
cracker.
Like something where you're like, oh, I just want this really quickly, and it's just like something small. If I do like get that bad, I always eat like a piece of fruit. I always eat like a piece of fruit or something, like literally just a small piece of fruit. And after you do it for so long, you get so used to it where it's just normal to you. Like you end up conditioning your body to be like, oh, you can actually go this long without it. Also, I would suggest, like, if that's not working for you, try lemon water. So put lemon in your water as soon as you wake up and drink lemon water. Lemon water actually opens up all your organs and get them running very quickly. So drink lemon water. That kind of suppress your hunger as well. As far as like what you eat in those 8 hours, they definitely suggest not eating anything heavy, like overly large carbs. My thing was pasta for a long time. I was eating tons of pasta.
Love it. Oh
pasta
my God.
I make some good food. Go check out my Facebook. Y'all go see my food.
She didn't make the salmon over here the other day.
I'll be cooking.
Salmon, sorry. Gotta correct myself.
I'll be cooking. But that'd be my thing. Like, I used to eat like tons of pasta and things like that. But in intermittent fasting, you don't supposed to consume that much carbs. Low carbs. I say don't think about it. It's really like a mind over matter thing. Like, don't think about it. Like, food is not there for you to enjoy, really. It's just really for your body to keep running.
Right. It's supposed to be to give your body energy to keep functioning.
Not for like
just enjoy it. I mean, but
and
hey, I mean, look at it. Like, especially the United States is notorious for you can supersize anything. Mm-hmm. Other countries don't have all of these extra added options like that. Mm-hmm. You don't get like this extra large. Mm-hmm. You don't.
And then you also have to think about that here in the U.S., a lot of our food is banned in other countries. Mm-hmm. That makes you that made me really scared. Like, if our food is banned in other countries, just imagine how bad our food is. Like, that's kind of what made me stop eating pork and like eating beef. Like, I eat it every now and then, but it's like really, I like really have to think about like eating.
See, for me, like that would be an easy thing too, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I played around with it. Shout out to the vegan. I can't do it.
And vegetarians, y'all are good.
Yes, but what I can do that would be easy for me to do because like I like just like you, I'll eat beef every now and then, but I really like turkey,
chicken,
and I love seafood. Mm-hmm. My goal is to even move more away from like the chicken and the turkey because. Mm-hmm. Chickens, the way that they do, it's called like agribusiness now. Like a lot of small time farmers are not even manufacturing the chickens anymore. It's these big businesses that have these chickens just in factories, and the way that they do it, it'll be thousands and thousands of chickens they just throw in like this like bin or whatever, and then they put all of these genetically modified organisms in the chicken, so you don't really know what you eating. So I'm not there yet. The beef and pork. Piece of cake. Mm-hmm. I'm not there yet with like the chicken. I'm not even really there with the beef or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like pork just naturally, never been big on pork. Mm-mm. Beef kind of like I'll have a burger. I'm not big like I gotta have steak and potatoes. I'm not a steak and potatoes type of person. But I do like beef every now and then. But my go-to is gonna be turkey or chicken. Mm-hmm. But I love seafood, so that's my goal to just get to like maybe just a diet of like yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you for saying that right, because I was going to butcher that. I was going to say,
you always
pedestrian.
You always.
I told my cousin, I was like, so you a pedestrian?
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. No, that's not what I am. That's what we all are. We all pedestrians. So, like, yeah. So, yes, because I think I can get to that or whatever because I really love seafood. Like, I crave some seafood. But, yeah, just the way that they do all of these animals and stuff, we don't know what we're eating anymore. That's why a lot of times, like in other countries, the food do be good. Chicken be so much better in other countries.
The chicken was so good, you guys. But you saw the chickens just walking around, though.
Yeah,
like,
they snatched that chicken up real quick.
Like, you knew the chicken was, like, grown, without being ranged and all this extra stuff.
I was just talking about this. I'm like, I'm hungry, and I'm driving home earlier today. And it's like nowhere where I can stop and really get healthy food. Mm-hmm. And if it is somewhere where I can stop and get healthy food, it's an arm and a leg.
I was just going to say that. It's super expensive.
And even like the organic food, like it's super expensive. So then it makes somebody who really want to go that route and really want to eat healthy and eat the right thing, it's like you're making it difficult. It's almost like you're force feeding us to eat unhealthy. Like, I don't know. Is it something like with insurance, with hospital? Is it a conspiracy? Like, let me force feed you to eat unhealthy, therefore you can get high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
It really makes you think about that.
Diabetes and all of that, because now then you have to get all this medication, you have to get insurance, you have to be in the hospital.
Yeah.
And is it just a cycle of a way to generate income? I don't know. I mean, that's maybe a far-fetched conspiracy theory. But, like, it's, like, so difficult. And so, but I guess the challenge in that is, cook your own food. Mm-hmm.
I think that's something with America that I'm listening to people from other countries, friends from other countries. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Speaking to them, they always talk about how America is so fast. Go, go, go.
Oh my God.
There's no like chill out time. That's why so many fast food restaurants. As in, like, when we go to other countries, you don't see fast food restaurants like that. You would see somebody on the corner selling food that they cooked at home, but you're not going to see no fast food restaurant. Like, it's nothing like that in other countries. Here is just
Every corner.
And then we're always in a rush. Oh, I can't cook tonight because I got to do this. We don't have a time to like sit back and like cook our food and just breathe. Here it's just so fast. I think that's another reason why America's on the list. I think we're number 9 for the most obese. But even though we're talking about all this and how we're going to, you know, take our time on our journey, we decided we wanted to do a challenge.
Yep.
As y'all know, I like to talk
We
mess.
got Kiki in the back.
Kiki in the back.
In the challenge.
Y'all know, I like to talk my mess because I'm very competitive. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Even when she knows she going to lose.
She thinks she going to win. But, mind y'all, I've been working out like crazy, been eating right nonstop. So, we're doing a 21-day weight loss challenge.
And today is day 1.
Day 1.
Which I'm glad because they told me about this yesterday. And I'm like, I'm down. I'm going to do it. I'm going to win. An hour later, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fried chicken. But today is a new day. Today is day 1. So
we're on our challenge. 21 days. After these 21 days, we'll post, you know, our starting weight, our starting measurements. But then after, we probably not going to post the weight. Y'all don't need to know what I want.
I was about to say that.
Y'all can see my measurements, though, because my measurements are nice. But
I don't know about post. Yeah.
But not my numbers.
I'm just going to post what I lost. You can do your own calculation of where she started at. You can do that yourself.
Guess yourself.
Yeah.
But we're going to post all of that once we done with the 21 days challenge. I think that's just fun, and you know, you guys can guess and so on and
the
so
prizes
forth. Yeah.
So everyone that's in the challenge, so we all gonna contribute $50, and whoever has the most body weight loss or whatever, body fat loss or whatever it is, will win. We'll win the pot. We'll win the money pot.
Yeah. I'm winning already. Okay, I'm going to win after these 21 days, and I'm going to have $100 in my pocket. Take you guys cycling with me one day. I go to the gym too. This is how committed I am to winning.
When you started going back to the gym?
I went this morning.
Really?
I did.
Did nobody tell me?
You know, I just hop on it.
Whatever.
So
I'm gonna keep what I do a secret.
Kiki says the same thing.
Right.
And you know.
No, I've been walking. Yeah. I'm gonna take that to the next level though.
Okay.
But here's the difference though. If I went to the gym, I would have sent a message like, "Hey, I'm going to the gym." That's why I'm like, "When you go to the gym?" Because you ain't text nobody and say nothing. But I see what you want. You ain't even trying to help nobody else out. You want to win. I would have sent a text message like, "Hey, yo, I'm going to the gym. Do anybody want to go?" Did she even know?
She did not know.
Jackie probably snuck out the house. I ain't telling nobody nothing.
Hey, you gotta be committed.
Probably already in the car.
You gotta be committed on your own. I'm not about to commit you to working out. If you not like, yo, we about to go working out in the morning, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm gonna win though. So
we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say. She may win.
We'll see.
I don't have strong willpower, so we'll see. But money talks, so.
Exactly. That money gonna be a motivation.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys on our next one.
Oh, really quick, if you guys do try the MyFitnessPal or the intermittent fasting, if you try like any of the tips that we said, let us know. Like
comment down below.
Let us know what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Also share
your
anything
tips.
that you do, your tips, because I want to try those too, because you know I got to get rid of some stuff. I gotta get rid of some stuff.
Both of us.
Yeah. But all right. Thanks for tuning in.